Hello, my name is Trina, and today I'm going to be talking about up potting, and I'm going to harvest my cilantro. And this is part of my indoor garden. I've been growing cilantro through the winter, and it is time for me to harvest. I grow a lot of herbs indoors, and I do it because it's easy for me while I'm cooking to run in here and just clip some rosemary, thyme, or cilantro. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and one of the things that I like the most is seed time and harvest. I notice that I gravitate toward videos that talk about harvest. Also videos like right now, I've been watching a lot of seed starting videos and seed haul videos and just people dreaming and talking about what they want to do in 2025. And it's exciting, it's inspiring, and it encourages me. That's why I watch those videos a lot. um, and this year we go through a lot of trials and tribulations during the garden season, and a lot of times you just want to, I'll just say me personally, I want to see someone who has, a testimony or a success in whatever they're growing. And I also like to see the joy that comes over everyone's eyes when they start dreaming about the new year and their new garden dreams for the year. So I also and when harvest time comes, is just exciting. Just watching everything, this process that goes, year after year, season after season, we go through this cycle. And I started thinking about it. I love to see everybody joyful when they plant their seeds and the seeds just break through the soil, and they're just so proud to show it on YouTube. And I get excited with them, and then I get the same excitement when I see my seeds germinate. And while I do spend time, um, quiet time with the Lord, and what was funny was this morning I thought about how God created the garden on the third day, and he also raised Jesus from the dead on the third day. And this whole process that we go through gardening, we're watching the resurrection journey of Christ over and over and over again. It's funny how this plant must die first before we can even get the seed. It has to die. And then when we take the seed, we plant it in the soil, we cover it and water it, and then it comes back to life. That's the whole story of the resurrection. And I'm like, what is it that makes this so spiritual? And everybody gets so much delight. One year I grew some basil. Well, I'll grow basil all the time, indoors and outdoors. And I decided to take the seed from my plant because I think everybody was talking about that around that time of the year, of taking your seed after the plants have died. And I took the seed out, and when I tried to grow it again, I was so excited. I'm like, this is the seed that came from the plant that I grew before, and actually growing into a beautiful plant. And the joy that comes from it. And then, when the end of the season comes, I don't know if you guys just look at your YouTube videos and other YouTube videos. When the season ends, you could see that people are exhausted and tired, but it's kind of like a sad time. But when the spring comes, everybody becomes alive again. We discuss the different types of seeds we have, and we troubleshoot. We talk about the weather, what happened the year before, and the soil we used, and how we're going to make this year a better year. And we take these seeds that came from something that died, and we put them in the soil, and it breaks up underneath the soil and the water, and it becomes life again. And I don't know, it's a joy, and it's probably a joy that we don't even realize that we're going through. And I'm sure if you made enough videos yourself, if you are a content creator, you have to see it yourself when you're creating your own videos. But is this season that we're in now is just so it's just a happy time, and the joy that's coming out of it. This is so spiritual. And then we're coming up on one of the biggest times in religion or Christianity, and it's the resurrection of Christ. And we're seeing this process over and over and over again. Now I'm going to be up potting. My plants are, some of my seedlings, they are outgrowing their pots, and I'm going to be doing that also today. And these shears are squeaky. And I have one thing of lettuce, which probably need to grow, or maybe I need to move that outside. I put my other lettuce, and I know I grow inside a lot, but the best place to grow anything is outside in the soil. It's better to do it in the ground, which I can't because I have a lot of rocky land, but containers or whatever, the plants just do something. It just, even when you're hardening off your plants, just sitting it outside, the air, it does something, and then the plant just takes off. And the rest of this I am going to put in my little recycling bin, but I think I got enough. I love cilantro mixed in my salads, and of course when you're making salsa, or even putting it in guacamole. There we go. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this in my recycle bin. And I got a lot of cilantro. Growing it indoors. So I'm repotting a few of my plants that are outgrowing their pots. And I'm going to put them in a larger pot, because I'm not ready to put them outdoors yet. And another name for it is called up potting. One example is this chamomile. The roots are coming out the bottom, but I think I have a couple. Let's see, I'll move this over. Already making a big mess. I think I have a couple of chamomile plants in here. And look at the roots. Oops. Put this over here because I don't want to lose any soil. So yeah, there's two. And basically what I'm going to do with this one, because I have two pots. I have this 2x2 and then a 3x3. Now, what I'm going to put in this 3x3 are things like this. I think this is a Sugar Rush peach pepper, and the roots is hanging out. And it's definitely, I'm going to put that in one of the 3x3s. It outgrew that. But this is a chamomile, and I kind of, when I up potted the first time, I put 2 or 3 plants in the same, pot. And so what I'm going to do is just separate one and put it back in its same pot. Making a mess. I'm just gonna put that in the same 2x2 and put the other one in a 2x2. Use some of this dirt. I don't know if you can see it or not. Just fill in the sides. I'll take some out of here. Press that in there. And they get their own space. I know a lot of this looks tedious. I don't know. I enjoy doing it. It's peaceful for me. Just sit in here and put up pot, plant seeds. I love planting seeds. And then I have to clean up this area. I mean, this is a lot of roots. Maybe this need to go. I'm going to put this one in this pot. This has a lot of roots and it's so tiny. I'll just put it in one. I want to see how big this one gets because it definitely makes a difference when you are putting your plants in a larger pot, like your tomatoes. I'm definitely going to put the tomatoes. Well, I can put it in either or. Because I'm going to try to plant my tomatoes and peppers earlier this year than I did last year. So I have repotted my plants and I'm going to show you how everything's looking. So I have my tomatoes repotted and my strawberries and peppers are pretty much the same. And I have my flowers. It's time to up pot some of those. I've already done some of the marshmallows and dahlias, the chamomile. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe.